Okay, what is up, everybody? Good morning. Welcome to a home edition of Morning Scone, presented by Brock, the Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic, Hudco Roofing, HudcoRoofing.com, restoredmotions.com, and ProChargeEV.com. Trivia Carter, good morning. Hope your hump day Wednesday's off to a great start. Hope your week is going fantastic. Y'all, believe it or not, we are we are one day away from the start of LSU spring football. Tigers hit the practice field for the first time in spring under Brian Kelly on Thursday. They'll practice a couple of times and then take a week off for spring break and then come back. So kind of odd how they're breaking it up. They used to split, like in years past, they used to split spring just kind of in half. They would practice like for a week or so, take spring break, come back and practice the rest of spring, and then have the spring game. But Brian Kelly's doing a little different this year. Perfectly. I mean, it's his prerogative to do what he wants, structure it how he wants. Just a little different. If you see there in the headline for today, LSU added a transfer offensive lineman from Maryland. His name is Mason Lunsford, excuse me, Mason Lunsford. So Mason Lunsford has started 23 games over the last 2 years at Maryland. He's an interior player, primarily left guard. This is a look at LSU has been trying to add interior linemen. If you remember, they went after Jake Renfro from Cincinnati. They went after Ja'Kai Clark from Miami, a couple of guys who had been career starters who were transferring for their final year. Missed on both of those guys. But now they've landed Lunsford. So something I know if you've been here for a while, we've talked about really since November, that LSU knew in this portal cycle they were going to address. They needed a deep threat wide receiver. They got that with Aaron Anderson. They knew they were going to need cornerbacks. They added 4. They knew they were going to need defensive line. They got a bunch of those as well. And the other thing that I was told back then, we talked about here, was they were going to need interior offensive linemen because they knew they were going to lose a bunch. So, you look at Cam Wire and Xavier Hill and Cardell Thomas. There was another transfer who went to Maryland. Who am I blanking on? Hang on, here's the list right here. My apologies, y'all. There we go. Okay, sorry, I was looking at the wrong list. So, who was I missing? Okay, so Cam Wire, Marcus Dumerville, Xavier Hill, Cardell Thomas. I feel like there was one more, y'all, that I might be missing. Sorry if I am. Anyway, I might be missing one more. Sorry if I am. It's 4. Maybe that is it. Maybe it's the 4. Either way, so they knew they were losing veteran interior players on the offensive line. Someone asked yesterday, why did all these guys transfer? Well, it's pretty obvious. We talk about it often, but by the time you get into year 3 or 4 at a place like LSU, if you haven't cracked the rotation, it's probably not going to happen. There are exceptions for guys that wait and play, like Lloyd Cushingberry is a great example, but more often than not, you see Will Campbell come in, Emory Jones come in, play as freshmen. They go get Miles Frazier out of the transfer portal. He's playing. Now you're bringing in a 5-star like Lance Hurd. If you're in year 3, and now you got freshmen coming in and starting ahead of you, chances are your opportunity to start ain't going to come. So guys leave. So that's what happened with those guys. They were just leaving, looking for playing time. Don't blame them, but what that means for LSU is on the offensive line, you got 5 starters back, right? So you got Will Campbell, Miles Frazier, Charles Turner, Garrett Dellinger, and Emory Jones. And then you can even throw Marlon Martinez in the mix because he did play some center at the end of the year last year and played well. So I would say you even feel good about your first six. But after that, I mean, you have giant question marks. Maybe Lance Hurd becomes a stud and is ready to go right away. Maybe some of the guys that have been around the program, a guy like Bo Bordelon takes a big step. But you never know. I mean, guys could always progress and get better and maybe become key contributors. But if you have the opportunity to add a guy that started 23 games in the Big Ten and give you some depth on the offensive line, you absolutely do it. So Mason Lunsford, who, by the way, has 2 years of eligibility remaining. And then the interesting thing is his brother, who is a linebacker slash running back for 2023, also committed. His name is... hang on, sorry. Sorry, trying to get his name. Martin Lunsford. So Martin Lunsford is a running back slash linebacker who is now committed to LSU as well. So Martin Lunsford, and I believe he's a I don't know if he has a star ranking. 6 foot 190. He's a 2023 guy, so maybe he's walking on at LSU. I don't know. We'll get that story. But anyway, so LSU's added a couple of bodies here. Tigers start spring football tomorrow. They'll be on the practice field on Thursday morning. So looking forward to kind of getting into it. Okay, let's say some good mornings here. See what y'all got. Baseball plays tonight against Lamar. So former Tiger Will Davis coming in coaching Lamar. LSU basketball tonight against Georgia. Season could well come to an end tonight. And Pels tonight against Dallas. Okay, let's say some good mornings. I got to go a little quickly today, y'all. My apologies for that, but I got I'll tell y'all. Jonathan Pixley and I today are interviewing at 9 a.m. for Rosters to Riches, our NIL podcast. We're interviewing John Ruiz. John Ruiz is the billionaire Miami booster businessman who's kind of been in the center of all the NIL conversations for, being pretty outspoken about the deals that the NIL deals that he's done. So, and it's really challenged the NCAA. So we have a really cool opportunity to interview John Ruiz today at 9. So I need to get Drew to school. I need to get the guarantee so I can do that interview at 9 o'clock. Okay. So let's blow and go here, see how many of you we can get to. Kelly Gross, Ryan Amanda Guidry, Truax, hey Dad, good morning. Jeff McKithen, Chuck Sanchez, what's up, Chuck? Get it? Up, Chuck? Joel Cunningham, Blake DeVilliers, update on Mason Smith's health. Yeah, man, I don't know how much he's going to do. Brian Kelly, let me see our first opportunity to speak to Brian Kelly. Give me 1 second. I'll tell you when he's going to meet with the media. All right. Brian Kelly will meet with the media tomorrow after practice. So practice is about 7:55 a.m. And Brian Kelly will meet with the media 10 minutes after practice. So tomorrow morning, I'm sure we'll get some of those answers after practice, after the first practice. Wendell Norman, Devin Kelly, Weston Weaver, Ryan Calais, Matt Plavidal, Jesse Brown, good morning. Hope Drew is feeling better. Thank you, man. We appreciate it. Yeah, he's feeling fine. So it was just kind of a whirlwind, 36 hours or so. He played in Miracle League last night, so the Miracle League season has started again. But he's doing good. Thank you. Matt Plavidal, let's see, Devin Kelly, still hate the car signing, too much money for that guy. Yeah, I would agree. And I'll go back to the point. It's not can you make it work? It's should you make it work? Or could you take that money and invest it in building up your roster in other places and trying to draft a quarterback, which would have been my preference. And maybe they still do draft a quarterback. Peter Fenner, good morning. Glad to see you hanging out with Blue Jays. Hanging out with my brother-in-law. Oh, Jeff. Yeah, my brother-in-law. Went to Vegas with my brother-in-law, Jeff, who's a Jesuit guy. Jason H., good morning. What's going on? Hashtag Team Drew, hashtag Shoot Gang. Got some G-Nikes on this morning. Reed Rule, car signing doesn't look as bad thanks to Danny Dimes. Just because someone grossly overpays for a quarterback doesn't mean that you need to. And Daniel Jones is a first-round draft pick who this year under Brian Daboll really flourished. And Daboll was awesome at Alabama, and he was awesome with the Buffalo Bills and Josh Allen. And I think that was a very I think Daboll leaving Buffalo for the Giants is a pretty clear indicator of why Buffalo's offense wasn't what it was a year ago. Good coaching matters. Look at Sean Payton. Damon Gilmore. Let's see, Matt. Family just left, heading to San Diego for a wedding. Solo till Monday. Okay, Matt. Enjoy, man. Devin, going to buy a new 75-inch TV, mount PS5, couple of games for my son today. He said for my son. Jesse, Matt, do you think the free agent market for Thomas will be high, or do you think he could be re-signed to a team-friendly deal? No, he's definitely not going to have a robust market. A guy who hasn't really played in 3 years, anything he signs, excuse me, is going to have to be a team-friendly, prove-it type deal. So I believe the Saints will have an opportunity to re-sign Michael Thomas. That much is clear. Brad David, are you going to preview tonight's game on your show? Which game? There's 3 games. There's LSU baseball, LSU basketball, and Pelicans. And we probably will spend some time on all 3. Ryan Pike bought tickets to LSU A&M baseball game Friday night, SEC opener, Aces on the mound, LFG. A&M's offense has really struggled, man. I like LSU in that series. A&M's offense has struggled. You put Paul Skeens on the mound against that offense, LSU should break through and win. Brad David, is the SEC tournament just for TV money, or is it really important? Well, that's every conference tournament, Brad. And, conference tournaments were all instituted as a TV show and a money grab. I would always put more emphasis on what you do over the course of an 18-game league schedule during the regular season than what you do during a week in a single elimination tournament. But they're not going anywhere, so I get it. It's good theater. Tim Gotro, Brett DeGros, good morning. What's the break even tonight, Oliver Twist? It is E.H. Taylor small batch. Yeah, y'all come out to Scone and Tea tonight if you can. Devin, I don't think a lot of teams would be interested in Michael Thomas. Someone out there will give him a shot. It depends on if he actually wants to play there or wants to come back. Yeah, I think he'll get team-friendly offers, prove-it type deals, maybe incentive-laden deals. Heck, Jarvis Landry got an incentive-laden deal from the Saints. Is Aaron Anderson injury a concern or precautionary? So he was injured last year as a freshman at Alabama, and he's just not ready to play yet. So which is fine. Get him ready for the fall. That's my understanding. He'll be ready for the fall. Ryan Calais, one positive concerning LSU's 3 permanent football opponents. Now we get to hear T-Bob sing his F Ole Miss song every year. Let's see. Sorry, y'all. I got to go quickly here. As I mentioned, we got to wrap this up quick today because I got to get to guaranteed interview John Ruiz this morning. Brian Pinton, good morning from Moorhead, Kentucky. Okay. Quentin Brakebill, David Coslin, Dale Broussard. Rodney Beloso, what's up, Hot Rod? Good to see you there, man. Y'all in the NOLA area, you need a roof, call my guy Hot Rod with Hudco Roofing. Also, of course, Hot Rod's Creole. And proud papa to Cade Beloso, who's tearing the cover off the ball right now. Got to get my guy another start tonight, Hot Rod. Swinging the bat like that, he deserves it, man. Same way with Gavin at second base. Went out there, swinging a hot stick, earns more PT. Let's go. Chance of having LSU traded Doomerville for Lunsford. I'll take that trade. Kinda, yeah. I'll take the guy that started 23 times. Eric, not sure I'd want Michael Thomas back at the veteran minimum. Nothing about the last 4 years says he'll play more than a few games. Well, that's not true because 4 years ago, he set the NFL record for receptions in the season. The last 3 years have been a challenge. Who's going to want to take the Bama job when Saban retires? I don't know, Samuel. I'm sure a lot of people, because they'll pay a lot of money and they'll have a loaded roster. Douglas Cook, good morning. After Sunday, does Hurd crack the weekend rotation? I think so, Douglas. And I think, as we've seen also, he was pitching on Tuesday, so that he lined up to pitch at Texas. And then this week he pitched on Monday. So the rest, he's inching closer to the weekend. So I'll be curious to see if they bump him up to Saturday this week. Brian Turner, what's going on? Cody Brunet, Carr's the best option for the next 2 years because not in position to draft a quarterback who'll be competent in 2 years. You see, Cody, I don't know that you could say that as an absolute, man. I mean, especially when you saw Jalen Hurts quarterback the Eagles to the Super Bowl. He was a second-round pick. So I don't know that I completely agree with. I don't agree with that actually at all. Cajun Country, is Drew okay? Hope he's better. We're good. Yeah, man, we're good. Thank you. So Drew had on Monday. Drew had a seizure at school, and so yesterday we had to get up, and I had to take him to the doctor early yesterday because he had to get blood work done. So that's why. And so then, because he got up early, if you were here yesterday, Drew fell asleep on me while we were here doing the show, because it just took a lot out of him. And then we had to get him up early and get him out. So when we came back home, he was tired. So I let him sleep on me for until he woke up, and then I brought him to school. But he's doing fine, thanks. Okay, Bailey C. I like Derek Carr. Saints will be with the Vikings. They've been with Kirk Cousins, which is to say they won't win anything. Bingo. Yeah, that's a good comp. Okay, I think we're done. Love it, man. Hot Rod Omaha cracking that bottle of Blanton's Gold. It's right there, bro. Well, you can't see it, but it's there. I'm ready. Ready. I'm glad we held on to it, Hot Rod. I think we're gonna have a really special occasion to do it this year with the Tigers in Omaha. Okay, y'all have an awesome day. I got to go because I got to get Drew up, got to get out. Please, YouTube, smash that like button. Facebook, please like the page, share the post. I did post again there in the comments, if you would, the link to Best of 225. Really cool to have been nominated again. As we say, often the bridesmaid, never the bride. I've been nominated probably 10 times, and I've won one time. We always keep losing to Murphy, Sam, and Jody, but I'd love to win it again. I just posted the link for Best of 225. All you need is an email address, and you can vote. So please click that link and vote. I'd appreciate it greatly. Okay, y'all have an awesome day, and we'll see you for AFR 3 and Scone and Tea tonight at 7. All right, y'all. Peace. Have a good one.